Hey everybody, I'm Mary, and this is my simple cottage life.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Hey everybody, I'm so glad to see y'all. It seems like forever since I've talked to y'all, and it has been a long time. I think it's about 6 weeks ago when I did my last video, and I just wanted to tell you I'm working again for Brian. I work 3 days a week. I didn't work for him for about 8 or 9 months. Well, for one thing, I had that house to finish, and then I had my floors and pulled up on my carpets, but I wasn't able to work very much, especially, floors and things like that. I just wasn't able. I wasn't physically able. I think I've got too much sun on me. Yeah, I'll get out of that. Okay, so I'm down at Brian's and I'm working, and I think I told you already, it'll be 3 days a week. I'm happy to come back and work again. I'm really thrilled with that. But the best part is I'm able to do it, y'all. I'm able to do it. For the first time in almost a year, I feel good. I feel I don't hurt. Remember me telling you about my legs? My legs, when I'd be, like, for instance, in the grocery store, I'd be walking along, and my legs would just want to give out on me. They ached, they burned, they hurt so bad, I just couldn't walk any longer. And I would sit and try to scan my groceries, and y'all, I would just nearly pass out. I've done that same thing about 4 different times, once in Gilmer and 3 down at my neighborhood market that I like to shop at. And I realized I can't do that anymore. I just can't do it anymore. So Brian told me to get grocery delivery through Walmart. And I went online and looked it up, and it's so much a year, yes. But my gosh, y'all. First of all, it saves me having to get dressed and get out in the car and go to the store and find a parking space and walk down the hill that they've got a slope parking lot, and get my cart and walk through the store and back and forth and back and forth and figure out all that I need to buy and put it in my cart, get up to the checkout, scan everything through, put it in bags, put it back in the cart, go out the doors, back up the hill in the parking lot, put it in my car, get home, take it out of that, put it on the porch, from the porch go to the kitchen. I mean, I'm worn out just talking about it. So I did. I ordered. I signed up for Walmart delivery, and Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, usually it's a Monday, I have my week's worth of groceries delivered. I got to move. I'm in the sun. It's too hot for me. Yep. I'm in the sun. I don't see a place that's not in the sun. Maybe I'll sit over here. Okay, I'll sit over here. Well, it's a little better. Okay, yeah. I can tell you what I wanted to finish. Anyway, they bring it out to me. I can pick the time when it's usually between 2 and 4 when I have it done. Because I don't want to get up and have it delivered early in the morning and have to deal with that and then go put it up in the kitchen. I don't want to do that. So I make out my list and I pick my time, and they come out and they deliver my groceries, and I get the stuff. There's some where you can say leave it at the door, but I never do that. Never. I always say either I'll sign for it or I'll have the code. They'll give you a code that you give to the people that deliver it, and that way I know that somebody else hasn't taken my delivery if it's ever delivered to the wrong place, which we all know that happens. So far, I have not had a problem. I have had everybody. It's been nice, friendly, careful what they do. Just great people that work for that service. And I am thrilled. And I don't have to go out, and I don't have to get tired. But, so that brings me back to my legs. My legs don't ache anymore. They don't ache. They don't burn. They don't hurt me. I don't feel like if I don't sit down, I'm going to fall down or I'm going to pass out. I don't have that anymore, everybody. I don't have it anymore. I am shocked about it. Now, I told you when I went on this diet, my blood pressure immediately dropped, almost immediately dropped to normal levels. No more that 200 and something over whatever that. I never remember the bottom number. But I don't have that anymore. I am normal, and I have been normal, I'm trying to think, almost 3 months. Every single day consistently, my blood pressure is normal. My legs don't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. And for the first time in years, actually, my blood pressure's normal, and I don't feel like I'm going to pass out when I have to go to the store or anything like that. I don't feel like that anymore. I can do work around the house. I can do work around Brian's house, and I'm not hurt. I'm not having to take a big rest because I can't do anymore. I used to work at Brian's, and let's say I was vacuuming. I'd vacuum the floor. I'd do that for less than 5 minutes, and I had to stop and sit down. I'd work a little longer, and I have to stop and sit down. It went on like that every single time. I haven't done that. I don't do that anymore. I am shocked over it. Now, what I have cut out, because I'm not carnivore diet, and I'm not even really keto, what I have done is cut out all sugars. All sugar. That is really, really tough for me to do because I lived for sugar. I absolutely loved sugar. You know, my pies that I love. What is that pie? Golly, y'all, you know what I'm talking about. Cream cheese. Whatever you make with cream cheese. Cheesecake. That's what it is. And I loved ice cream. I loved candy bars. I loved puff pastries. And I've cut all that out. I have cut out all processed foods, no canned goods, no canned soups, no boxed foods, no macaroni, no pastas, nothing like that. Nothing. Let's see, what else? No flour, no breads, none of that. Just I eat healthy. I love salads, and I eat, make myself a pretty good size salad out of baby spinach, and then roll my tomatoes chopped up and an avocado on that, and I use a salad dressing on it, and it does have a little sugar, but I don't use much of it, and that's all the sugar that I take is on my salad. I don't have to. It's I think it's vinaigrette and raspberry walnut. I think is what's the name of it, and I absolutely love it. And so I'll use a little bit of that on my salad. But that usually is my dinner, not a lunch. My dinner is a nice size salad. And I don't put anything else on it other than things I've already told you. I don't eat breakfast. I don't feel like breakfast. I'm not hungry when I wake up, not at all. I may have eggs and bacon, which would be maybe 2 eggs and 2 strips of bacon, sometime between early morning and noon, and that plus my salad or whatever I decide to eat. Otherwise, either a hamburger patty or a pork. I've got a pork loin right now in my crock pot at home, and that's what I'm going to have for my dinner tonight. And that is it. I don't eat potatoes, baked potatoes, sweet potatoes. I don't, any of that stuff. Not at all. So I've lost over 20 pounds. I feel better. If that is the reason why my legs are better, then great. It could be a combination of all the different stuff I'm doing now that have made me feel better. And I sleep all night long. I don't have to get up during the night. I sleep till I get good sleep. Never wake up at all. And when I wake up, my legs aren't hurting me. My back's not hurting me. I can finish whatever task I've got to do for that day. And I'm tickled. I'm so tickled. I can't stand it. If you need any, ask me. If you have any questions to ask me, I'll be happy to answer. I'm not an expert. I only know that this works for me. It may not work for you. You may not need it to work for you. You may have a different opinion on things. I don't know. I think I see a cat. I think that's a cat. It is. It's Brian's cat. I don't know which one it is. He's got 2 of them now. He's got one, the baby. He was walking out to his barn where his goats are. And he heard this little me. And he looked, and there was this little bitty kitty with long hair just screeching and carrying on. And he picked it up, and he discovered that its little leg was injured. It was dragging its leg along. And the vet and Brian figured out that a coyote caught a hold of that baby while he was trying to get through the pen to get away from whatever this animal was, caught him, pulled the skin all the way from his little hip down to his foot. And he had to have surgery to repair because he had a crushed pelvis, or she had a crushed pelvis, and a broken leg. And so the vet did surgery. That baby is doing wonderfully. That was a very expensive surgery. But the baby is great. She acts like there is no problem whatsoever. Sometime in November, I have to take my little kitty, little brother, and Brian's little kitty to the vet and have them spayed, one neutered. And I'm going to take it because Brian, well, I'm just used to it. I can just put them in their carriers and take them. And we're having those done. Then, when I get done with that, I'm going to have to make an appointment and have Baby Do neutered. He isn't going to be happy. He's kind of proud of everything he has. And so So he's not going to like the fact that's not there anymore. But he has to be neutered for his own sake. It also helps him live longer. I think it does. Anyway, let me think. So I've had a lot going on. I had to have my refrigerator replaced. I just quit cooling on the inside of the refrigerator. The freezer did great. It was an older refrigerator anyway. It was quite old, but it worked for a long time really well. But the inside portion of it quit cooling. And so I had to order a refrigerator, and I'm not even going to go into that story, y'all, because that is an absolute nightmare. It took me 3 weeks to get this thing from Home Depot. And I lived out of a cooler for over 3 weeks. So that probably is one good reason why I lost weight so quickly. There wasn't any, every day I had to make ice in this little ice maker I've got and pour it in this cooler and to keep things cool. So I didn't order a whole lot at that time. Anyway, I got a new refrigerator now, and it works great. I'm really happy with it. It's got the bottom freezer on the bottom. I really like that. I've never had anything like that before. It does not have an ice maker, and there's a reason for that. The water where we live is so incredibly bad that it ruins dishwashers, washing machines, you name it. Brian's water is too. We're on the same water, and it's or the same water company, and it's really bad, really bad. So anyway, I have a ice maker that's on my cabinet, and I make that about every 2 days and fill up my little bin and put it in my freezer. And I love my new freezer. I'll show it to you sometime because I'm really excited about it. Stainless steel. It looks great, and I'm pleased with it. So y'all, I've got more to say, but I'm looking at the 16-minute mark. Wow. Thank you for sticking with me this long. I've got more to say, a lot more. I just want you to know that I'm feeling good for the first time in years. Absolutely, in years. And I'm back working again, and I'm so excited about that. I'm helping Brian, and it's helping me. Anyway, so thank you for hanging in here with me this long. I usually don't talk this long. But I've missed you, and there's a lot going on, and still more to say, as I told you. So hang in, and I'll put another video up real soon, I promise. So I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you for coming and stopping and talking to me today. I appreciate you so much. As always, I hope God is good to you. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.